Around the turn of the century, the bicycle brought about so much change. It aided in the women's liberation movement, it changed women's clothing, it changed the way men and women went on dates, it changed the way the average person got around. And this time period between when the bicycle caught on and before the automobile became popular was a time of significant change.
The high-wheel bike came to the States in Colorado's first year. There were no American makers for a couple years, but having seen the British product, Colonel Pope decided he wanted to make them here, and they spread on the East Coast pretty rapidly.
Approximately 1869, a bicycle showed up in Denver. There's a reference to it, and it said that a velocipede showed up on the streets of Denver, and it caused much consternation among the local populace and the horses. It frightened the horses.
This was a recreation for men at that time, and particularly for middle-class men. Ladies could not properly mount an ordinary bicycle and ride it because of the embarrassing procedure for mounting it, and of course the dangers to modesty from the process of pedaling it.
A woman wasn't supposed to let any light be seen between her legs, and the clothing style was long dresses. And if you can imagine sitting on one of these high-wheel bikes with a long dress and hoops and petticoats, it just doesn't work. So the only women that rode in the early days were circus ladies, and circus ladies weren't ladies.
So right from the beginning, bicycling in Colorado and in the Denver area and elsewhere was very much a man's sport and a sport of the middle class and the upper class, because the bikes were expensive at first.
We were a cycling town. We had more bicycles per person here in Denver than any other city in the country. Twice, I believe in 1896 and again in 1900. So Denver was a cycling town. The first bicycle shop was started by George E. Hannon in 1880. And at the same time, he founded the first bicycle club in Colorado, which was the Denver Bicycle Club. George E. Hannon operated out of his shop, which was on Lawrence Street, downtown Denver. And so his rides took place from there. I believe the first year in business, he only sold 2 bicycles. The next year, he sold 15. And then, zoom, you know, from there it went up. It seems like the bicycle caught on fairly quick. People were genuinely interested. The type of people that rode the bike were more of the privileged class.